So like I was saying, which of these sentences denote the same meaning or give the same meaning or are implicitly understood by the sentence? So I was going to stay home on my day off, but I had too much work at the office. From this sentence, I understand that I was intending to stay home. Yani there was an intention to stay home, but I didn't because I had too much work at the office. I worked at the office برضو صحيحة، لأنه هذه معناها إنه أنا إيش ما ضلتش في البيت ورحت على الأوفيس. I had a lot of work but I stayed home. هاي الجملة خاطئة بالنسبة للجملة أو المعلومة اللي هم معطيني إياها هنا. تمام؟ وضح السؤال، وضح المعنى؟ شهد اتفضلي حلي رقم 3. Jared.
Jared was going to the hospital to see his mother when he began to feel ill. Jared had planned to see his mother but needed to change them. Jared didn't go to the hospital.
Excellent.
B and C.
Excellent. Can you please read this word again?
أي واحدة؟
This one.
Plans.
Good. الآن Jared was on his way to the hospital. صح ولا خطأ؟ He was going to the hospital to see his mother. So he was on his way to the hospital. So yes, so A, B, and C are correct. A, B, and C are correct. تمام؟ نبيلة.
My dad going to surprise my mom with jewelry for her birthday. He wanted to give her jewelry and see he didn't surprise her with jewelry.
Excellent. ممكن أقرأ الجملة وتقرأيها ورايا يا نبيلة؟
Okay.
My dad was going to surprise my mom.
أقرأ.
Yeah.
My dad was going to surprise my mom
with jewelry for her birthday.
with jewelry for her birthday.
حاولي ما تمديش her birthday.
For her birthday.
اخطفيها خطف for her birthday.
For her birthday.
ما بدي أسمع her، يعني ما تعطي فترة زمنية للكلمة. يا دوب الره بس تلتفظ. يعني يا دوب الها والرا يطلعوا for her birthday.
Okay. For her birthday.
ممتاز. Number 5. أماني.
I was going to the train station when I remembered your phone call. I was on my way to the train station. B.
ممتاز. I was on my way to the train station.
بس مش إحنا حكينا إنه I was going to the train إنه هو لسه ما راحش إنه هو بخطط أو بينوي إنه هو يروح.
زين بس شوفي إيش هو حكى بقيتها when I remembered your phone call. يعني ما حكى إنه he didn't go. يعني I was going to the train station when I remembered your phone call. من هاي الجملة بس بفهم إنه he was on the way to go to the train station. بس ما بفهم منها إنه ما رحش ولا وصل. فاهم علي كيف؟ يعني هنا ما فيش الحدث العارض إنه هو تذكر الاتصال، مش إنه مثلا يعني ما كفاش ما رحش. يعني هاي الجملة ما بتعطيني هذا المعنى لحالها. تمام؟
طيب و4 بيطلعوا الإجابات A و C؟
صحيح.
تمام.
الآن تاني هنا تمام مش بنفس المعاني السابقة إنه but I didn't. هنا إنه when I remembered your phone call يعني he's describing the action that he was doing. تمام؟ واضحة ولا مش واضحة معايا أنتم؟
طب كيف حكينا بالثالثة إنه كل الإجابات بيطلعوا صحيحة وفي الأولى كان فيها was on his way to the hospital والأخيرة didn't go to the hospital.
لأنه هنا مفهومة ضمنيا إنه ما كملش. he began to feel ill. فما رحش يعني you understand that يعني by context إنه he felt
يعني
ill.
هو بنص الطريق وبعدين رجع، يعني ما وصلش المستشفى.
بالضبط. بعدين هي
أوكي.
مرة ثانية يعني هي إيش الفكرة؟ إنه أنت من الجملة إيش المعنى اللي أنت بتستوعبيه، أو إيش المعنى الصحيح اللي بيصلك من الجملة اللي بتنحكى. تمام؟ مع العلم إنه أنا يعني في هذه يعني وإن كان B هو الصح، إلا إنه أنا شايفة برضو A و C يعني they make sense، يعني they might make sense. So I was going to the train station when I remembered your phone call. So بس هي هنا I don't know whether يعني he went to the train station or not. غالبا إنه هيك قصده في الحل. بس يعني I think إنه in real life they would both make sense. تمام. سيبونا من writing. Correct the errors. تمام. Let's correct the errors together. 22. مين يحل أول واحدة؟
أنا
ولا تفضلي.
Breakfast is an important meal. بتبطل I am always بتصير I always eat a big breakfast.
ليش؟
And always present simple.
Always present simple. ينفعش أقول I am always eating a big breakfast؟ ولا بنفع بس بتغير المعنى؟
بينفع
بنفع بس بتغير المعنى. الآن هنا إيش المقصود؟ المقصود إنه it's a habit. يعني it's something I do on a daily basis or something I always do. عشان هيك كانت present simple، مش عشان كلمة always. عشان I'm saying إنه it's an important meal so I do it all the time. تمام؟ It's like a habit.
نقدر نحكي عنها إنها هي habit.
It is a habit. إيش؟
أوكي.
تمام. Next.
أنا تسنيم.
تفضلي.
ممكن تعطيها يا دكتورة الجملة الأولى؟ أنا ما فهمتهاش.
زين. الآن هو بيحكي قاعد بشكل عام إنه الفطور وجبة مهمة. تمام؟ طالما هي مهمة I do it all the time. If you do something all the time it's a habit. If you want to talk about a habit you use the present simple. صح؟ يعني مثلا I always drink milk in the morning because milk is important مثلا، أو because I want to stay healthy. It's something I always do, something I do out of a habit. Makes sense?
تمام.
اللي سألت فهمت؟ اللي سألت فهمت؟ يعني it's a habit. الهابت إيش كيف بنعبر عنها؟ present simple. بس أنا ليش أنا قلت لها مش عشان بس كلمة always، لأنه always ممكن تيجي في الماضي وممكن تيجي في المستقبل وممكن تيجي في المضارع. يعني ما إلها لحالها هيك بمفردها دلالة زمنية، إنما حسب إيش سياق نفسه. While I was working in my office yesterday. أيوة مين يحل؟
While I was working in my office yesterday, my cousin stops by to visit me. Stops بتصير stop لأنه الجملة past. Stop present.
ممتاز. أحسنتي. ممتاز. Next. شهد. أماني. ولا.
My brother.
UK stayed.
يوكي.
Number. Yuki stayed home because she caught a bad cold. السبيلنج هذا خطأ.
بالضبط. stayed STAYED وكوت CAUGHT.
Yeah.
برافو. المشكلة في السبيلنج في stayed وكوت. Number 4. Number 4 سجا.
إيش فيها الغلط؟
في إيش؟
في coached.
catched مكتوب. الماضي من catch إيش؟ coat. C-A أيوة U-G-H-T. teach, taught, catch, coat. مش catched. Number
Okay.
4.
Yes, my brother looks like our father, but I am resemble my mother.
Where is the problem?
Is looks ما بتيجي is looks
زين.
لحال. I'm resemble my mother.
ممتاز. So my brother looks like our father, but I resemble my mother. ممتاز. Number 5. هيا.
Jan, are you listening to me? I am talking to you.
June, are you listening to me? I'm talking to you. Bravo. 6. Asil. مين حابب يا جماعة من الساكتين؟ مرح، مرام، سلمى.
أجاوب.
جاوبي.
While I was surfing the internet yesterday, I was finding a really interesting website. I was finding picture I found.
Bravo. While I was surfing the internet yesterday, I found a really interesting website. Number 7.
أحكي.
تفضلي.
Did you spoke English before you were come here? بنحكي did you speak English before you were come here?
Before you were come here. متأكدة؟ where come بيجوا مع بعض؟
No, before you coming.
Before you were coming. طب بتزبط before you were coming؟ ولا إيش؟
No.
Did you speak English? أيوة.
Came.
Bravo. So did you speak English before you came here? ممتاز. I am not
Before
agree with your opinion. أماني.
I don't agree with your opinion.
ممتاز. رائع. My roommate number 9. ندى.
My roommate usually watch television, listen to music, or going out in the evening. فتصير my roommate usually watches television, listens to music, or goes out in the evening.
برافو. بس كيف حكينا بنقرأ الكلمة الثالثة؟
Usually.
What usually? Sorry. Usually. Sorry, my. Usually. Yes.
Usually watches. Excellent. Number 10. Amani.
Right now, Sally in the kitchen eating breakfast. Right now, Sally is in the kitchen.
ممتازة. She is in the kitchen eating breakfast. Number 11. Aida.
While I am driving home last night, I heard the strange noise in the engine.
إيش رأيك؟ Last
I
night.
was driving. While I was driving,
I heard a strange noise. بس شوفي heard فيها غلط في إيش؟ فيها
spelling.
صحيح. So while I was driving home last night, I heard a strange noise in the engine. قولي engine. ممتازة. So in the engine. Number 12. أسيل. مين معانا من البنات كمان؟ سلمى. روان.
Can I speak?
نعم.
Okay.
يلا تفضلي.
Why are you taking about me? I'm not appreciate that.
إيش بتصير؟
Why are you taking about me?
I do not appreciate that. صح؟ مش هذا فعل يبقى I do not appreciate that. ممتاز. طيب احنا حكينا في فرق بين take و talk. مين يقولنا الفرق بينهم؟ هذه take ولا talk؟
هذه talk.
ممتاز. هذه talk. Why are you talking about me? Take K-E زي cake. Take cake. Talk, walk. So why are you talking about me? Number 13, finally. هذه فيها كبشة. مين يحل لنا إياها؟
حلها.
ولاء.
Yeah.
يلا تفضلي.
Yesterday, while I was sitting at my computer, Shelly was suddenly came into the room. I didn't know she was there. I was لا صح I was
Shelly was suddenly coming.
came بتصير
بالضبط.
من غير was لا من غير was هتصير came. Shelly suddenly
came into the room. أيوة.
I didn't know she was there. I was concentrating.
أيوة.
صح؟
صحيح.
On my work. When she suddenly spoke, I jumped. She started me.
She started me. ممتاز. رائع. ممتاز. طيب. Underline 23 past tense verbs نعملهم مع بعض. خليها هذه نعملها قراءة. تمام. كل واحدة تقرأ جملة. مين من اللي ما حلوش يقرأه؟ مين من اللي ما حلوش؟ مرام. مين اللي قالت يس؟
مرح.
تفضلي يا مرح.
A hopeful beginning. Today was my first day at the university and I was late for class. That's it.
كملي.
I didn't remember the name of the building and went to the wrong one. After about 10 minutes of confusion, I finally found the right class and walked in somewhat embarrassed. A girl with a what? Embarrassed. A girl with a friendly smile moved her books off the chair next to her. I sat down. The professor was going over the what is syllabus.
ايش يعني syllabus؟ يعني الخطة تبعت المنهج.
منهج.
تمام. مين يكمل؟
تمام.
أنا.
نبيلة تفضلي.
I didn't have a copy, but I didn't want to interrupt him. The girl next to me shared hers. The course looked interesting but difficult. I wondered if all my classes had this much work. Then the teacher announced the study groups. My new friends and I were in the same group. She introduced herself during the break, and I felt very comfortable when I spoke with her. Maybe the class is going to be okay after all.
برافو. ممتاز. مين يقرأ كمان جملتين؟ مين يقرأ؟ من اللي قاعدين ساكتين ما حلوش مين يقرأ؟ تفضل. مين قالت أنا؟
أنا ديانا.
تفضلي يا ديانا.
Today was my first day at the university and I was late for class. I didn't remember the name of the building and I went to the wrong one.
كملي.
After about 10 minutes of confusion, I to the wrong one. After
كملي.
I finally found the right class and walked is somewhat impressed. A girl with a friendly smile.
عيدي هاي كيف هاي؟ and إيش؟
وين راحت؟ and walked.
أيوة
walked in somewhat impressed.
با خفيفة. embarrassed. برافو. next مين يقرأ؟
أنا.
مين بتقول أنا؟
روان.
تفضلي يا روان.
A girl with a friendly smile moved her books off the chair next to her. I sat down. The professor was going over the syllabus.
اسمعيني. The professor.
The professor.
The syllabus.
The syllabus.
Bravo.
I didn't have a copy, but I didn't want to interrupt him. The girl next to me shared hers. The course looked interesting but difficult. I wondered if all my classes had this much work.
Excellent.
Then the teacher.
أنا.
تفضلي.
Then the teacher announced study groups. My new friend and I were in the same group. She introduced herself during the break, and I felt very comfortable when I spoke with her. Maybe the class is going to be okay after all.
ممتاز. عيدي لي هاي وحاولي إنك ما تبديش بهمزات.
My new friend and I were in the same group.
غير همزات. اوصلي.
My new friend and I were in the same group.
My new friend then my new friend ده من غير الهمزة تاعت الأ ومن غير الهمزة تاعت الآي ومن غير الهمزة تاعت الإن. حاولي تاني.
My new friend that were in the same group.
Good. So my new friend and I were in the same group. My new friend and I, my new friend and I, we're in the same group. So my new friend and I were in the same group.
My new friend and I were in the same group.
Excellent. ما شاء الله. في حد حابب كمان يجرب؟ يحكي؟ يقرأ؟
Yes.
تفضلي.
Today was my first day at the university, and I was late for class. I didn't remember the name of the building and went to the wrong one. After about 10 minutes of confusion, I finally found the right class and walked into somewhat embarrassed. A girl with a friendly smile moved her box off the chair next to her. I sat down. The professor was going over the professor was going over the syllabus.
مين حابب يكمل؟
أنا.
كملي تفضلي.
I didn't have a copy, but I didn't want to interrupt him. The girl next to me shared hers. The course looked interesting but difficult. I wondered if all my classes had this much work. Then the teacher announced study groups. My new friend and I were in the same group, and she introduced herself during the break, and I felt very comfortable when I spoke with her. Maybe the class is going to be okay after all.
ممتازة رائع. اقري لنا هاي تاني.
Wandered.
في فرق بين wandered wandered. تمام. To wander معناها to walk aimlessly يعني هيك بيتجول. To wander شو أقصر wonder يعني هي هنا يتساءل. So wander فهذه بتطلع أقصر wandered. هذه كيف نقراها؟ اقريها تاني.
Comfortable.
اتفقنا انه انا بدي اتخيل انه في شيء او وار. تمام. كاني بقول comfortable. تمام. كانه ما في شيء او ار. comfortable. زين.
اوكي.
تقريها تاني لو سمحتي.
Comfortable.
لا بين الاف والتي تحكيش اشي. ساكن comfortable. لا كأنه تخيليها هيك مكتوبة. طلعي كأنها هيك. اقري هاي.
Comfortable.
بين الاف والتي تعطيش ولا صوت. كمان مرة.
Read it again.
Comfortable. سكنة comfortable. كمان مرة.
comfortable.
الفاء سكنيها، قولي
comfortable.
سكن الاف، اوقفي عند الاف تكمليش. اطلعي من السكون ت.
comfortable.
لا تعمليش حاجة بين الفاء والتاء. اقفي معايا عند الفاء. comfortable. ممتازة. تمام، مين كمان حابب يقرأ؟ يلا فرصة كويسة عشان نلاقي مجال للقراية. مين بده يقرأ؟
Yes.
مين قالت أنا أول؟ سارة؟
Yes.
تفضل يا سارة. سارة بعدين سجا.
Today was my first day at the university. I was late for class. I didn't remember the name of the building and went to the wrong one. After about 10 minutes of confusion, I finally found the right class and walked in somewhat embarrassed.
الآن شوفوا الفرق بين إني أطلع الهمزة وبين إني أشيلها من ناحية الفترة الزمنية. After about 10 minutes of confusion. شايفين كيف الهمزات بتوقف الكلام، بتقطع. So after about 10 minutes of confusion, I finally found the right class and walked in somewhat embarrassed. تاخد وقت أطول. حاولي تاني.
I finally found the right class and walked in somewhat embarrassed.
بتوقفي. The right class and walked in somewhat embarrassed.
The right class and
أيوة.
The right class and walked in somewhat embarrassed.
Walked in. أيوة walked in somewhat
Yes. Walked in somewhat embarrassed.
يا عيني عليكي، رائع. مين يكمل؟
أكمل؟
كملي.
A girl منها.
أيوة a girl مش girl.
A girl with a friendly smile moved her books of the chair next to her. I sat down. The professor was going over the syllabus. Professor.
أيوة.
The professor was going over.
تاني. مش professor. Professor. أيوة. صحيحة.
Professor was going over the syllabus. I didn't have a copy, but I didn't want to interrupt him. The girl next to me shared hers. The course looked interesting but difficult. I wondered if all my classes had this much work. Then the teacher announced study groups. My new friend and I were in the same group. She introduced herself during the break. And I felt very comfortable when I spoke.
عيدي تاني هنا. اعتبري فيش OR. Comfortable.
I felt very comfortable when I
ممتاز.
spoke with her. Maybe the class is going to be okay after all.
ممتاز. في حد بده يجرب يحكي professor و comfortable عشان أصحح له إياهم؟ في حد حابب يجرب يحكيهم عشان أصحح لها إياها؟ تشوف يعني حكتها صح ولا لا؟ طب في أي كلمة حابة تجرب تحكيها في هذا النص؟ حدش؟ أكيد؟
comfortable.
سكنة. شوفي أنا حكتبها تاني عشان يعني تخيلوها. كأنه ما فيش إشي بين الإف والتي. هيها comfortable هيك. جربي.
comfortable.
لا قولي comfortable.
comfortable.
لا
comfortable.
لا تفكيش إشي بينهم. سكون comfortable.
comfortable
شوفي لاحظي انت تمك بتحرك بعد الفاء، انتقلي من الفاء للتاء بسكون. comfortable
comfortable
برضه بتحركي بعد الفاء. سكني قولي comfortable بالضبط. كمان مرة
comfortable
فكيش تمك بعد الفاء. comfortable وقفي افصلي بينهم. comfortable كمان مرة
comfortable
ممتاز. مين كمان حابب يجرب؟
Yes.
تفضلي.
Comfortable.
ممتاز.
Professor.
ممتاز رائع. مين كمان حابب يجرب؟
Professor. Comfortable.
Professor صح. الثانية سكني عند الإف.
Comfortable.
برضو بتحركي الفاء، تحركيش الفاء، اوقفي عندها قولي
comfortable.
لا
comfortable.
اوقفي عند الفاء. comfortable. لاحظي انك حركتي بعد الفاء.
comfortable.
زين. comfortable السكون يعني السكون فاء وتاء.
اوكي.
مين كمان؟ برضو تدربوا لحالكم جيد. مين كمان؟
Yes.
تفضلي.
What?
تفضلي.
Comfortable.
Professor رائع ممتازة.
Comfortable.
أسمع.
Yes.
احكي يا سارة.
Comfortable.
اقفي عند الإف. comfortable. لا تكسريش. I feel comfortable. كمان مرة. I feel comfortable. انت كيف بتطلعيها؟ comfortable بيطلع معاكي كسرة، تكسريش. سكني. comfortable. سكني قولي
comfortable.
ممتازة. هذه ممتازة.